All right, I did find one thing that works good on this generator is the LF output. So it's a low frequency output, and you can enable it here, and you can set the amplitude in volts. Let's see, yeah. And if I type in, let's say I want, millivolts, so I want 10 millivolts. Yeah, it'll do 10 millivolts P. I guess that's peak to peak. But I want 1 volt peak to peak, so my frequency meter can beat it. So, and I have it set to LF output on 1 volt function generator source, 400 hertz sine wave. So the source can be the internal modulator or a function generator, kind of a generic function generator. So I have it set to function generator. And I have it set to sine wave, but it'll do dual sine, so two-tone, swept sine, triangle, and ramp, and square pulse noise and DC. All right, so sine is good. And the output frequency, I can say 1 kilohertz, and we get 1 kilohertz out. So at least the low frequency are correct. Low frequency output period, low frequency width. Okay, so you can do various things with it here. I think this tops out. Let's see here. Let's do 100 kilohertz. Yeah, it tops out at 50 kilohertz. That's the maximum that you can output, and the minimum I think is in millihertz. So very, very small. Let's set this back to 1 kilohertz for fun. Let's turn it off. All right, and then let's go down to our main generator down here, and we'll do frequency of 1 megahertz, and we'll do an amplitude of 0 dBm, and we will turn it on, and we get 1 megahertz. That looks really, really good. All right, let's do 10 megahertz. 10, frequency. I'm in low. Something's not right here. Frequency. Okay, frequency set. 1 megahertz. 10 megahertz. Very good. 1,000 megahertz. It's not going to read this. 180 is all I can go here. So let's do 150 megahertz. Spot on. Okay, let's move it over to the higher frequency. And we'll go to C. Now we can do 1 gigahertz. Perfect. So it magically fixed itself. Yeah, it's magically fixed itself. Let's go here to 1.2, 1.3. I think this will go up to 1.4. And then if I go to 1.5, this is not going to work any longer. Yeah, it tops out. So 1.2, I can put in some less digits there. Yeah, so what happened? It magically fixed itself. It was not working good yesterday. Let's go to, well, I don't know. Maybe it's just good now. Let's do a utility, error information, clear the error codes, error info. There are no errors. No errors. So yesterday it was full of errors, and today it's just hunky-dory. Now, what did I do yesterday? Yesterday I took it apart. I flipped it upside down. I printed out some sheets on the manual, and it told me a bunch of voltage references. And then it told me about the LEDs, that if the LEDs light up, you have good power on all the different ones. It has, there you go, it has all of the supplies there. So that's kind of a cursory one. Just are they working yet or not? And then, if you really care, then there's a diagram that is the bottom side of the PC board. So you have to flip it upside down, take a shield off, and I'll show you a picture here. And then measure it with a voltmeter, and every test point that I found seemed to be measuring in spec. Yet it was really, really sick yesterday. So I bolted that all back together, and I went to bed. Now it works. And now it works. I don't understand. I don't understand. But I'm not going to complain. Yes, I am. It's going to come back, isn't it? It's going to come back at just the wrong time, but right now it seems to work. Maybe if I leave it on for a longer period of time, it'll start to go bad again. That happens. Things warm up. But yeah, let's go here to frequency. Yeah. Okay, I need to get out of utility. Go back to frequency here. There we go. 800, 600, 400. Let's do 123. I guess I'm sure I can just type this in. 123.45678.9 megahertz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the more digits? Wow. This is not on a rubidium, and that's not on a rubidium. I could make both more accurate, but it's working H read. Look at all the digits I have. I can do 123.4567890 1 megahertz. That's really crazy. Really, really crazy. Anyway, yeah. Did I push the magic button? Did I make it work? I don't know. I was poking around, and there is calibration software available for this machine. There's no front panel calibration, but there is over-the-bus calibration. And Agilent gave the source out there. You can download it from the website, from the Agilent website, or Keysight now website. But you would have to have an XP computer with a particular HPIB card in it to make it work right. Now, running XP is easy. You just get a virtual machine. But it would have to use that strange card, I think. So that might be a bit of a downer. But if it works, it works. Yeah. I don't know why it's working now. I don't know. Frequency, amplitude. So sweep is kind of cool. We can do sweep. We can do a step sweep. We can do a continuous sweep. We can do a sweep from, let's say, 100 megahertz to 1 gigahertz. And number of points, I'll say 11. And amplitude start's going to be 0 dBm, and amplitude stop's going to be 0 dBm. You can ramp either power or frequency, and you can do a dwell time at each step. So we'll do a 1 second dwell at each one, and then we'll tell it to go, which was here. So progress. Let's see here. Off. Sweep. Sweep frequency, there we go. Oh, now it's working. 130. Oh, wait a minute. Something's not right. I didn't configure it right. It's not sweeping right. Step frequency continuous. Okay, sweep. Configure step sweep. Oh, it's going from 1 to 4, which wouldn't work here. Okay, so let's go back. I must have not started right. We're going to say step off. Configure step sweep. We'll go from 1 to 2 gigahertz. No, I can't do it on this machine. We'll go from 100 megahertz to 1 gigahertz. Amplitude, the number of points, dwell, right? Okay, everything's fine. And now we just need to tell it to go. Sweep frequency. Why can't I make it work right? Configure sweep. Single sweep, continuous sweep, configure sweep. 1 to 1, okay. 100 megahertz. 100 megahertz to 1. Oh, there we go. 370. Yeah, so how many steps do I need? Is it 10 steps then? 10? 1, 2, 2. Yeah, there we go. 300, 400, 500, 600. Look at that. Thing's spot on. Things have warmed up. So it got stable. Both this had to warm up and that had to warm up. So both ovens are good now. Look at the accuracy of this thing. 100 megahertz, 200 megahertz. Wow. This is great. This is really, really good. I'm really happy. Okay, well, there you go. A quick update for the day. In my infinite knowledge of electronics, I was able to repair an Agilent E4426B.